My twin sister and I crossed the college graduation stage together, but our parents only covered her tuition costs. She earned it, they said. I didn't. When they attended our ceremony, their expressions froze when the reality hit them. Hey, Reddit. I'm Lily, and I was 22, standing in my cap and gown next to my sister, clutching the same degree she held. Hers was paid for entirely by our parents, while I juggled multiple jobs, took out loans, and barely rested to afford mine. Growing up, I never felt like the overlooked child, but now I see the signs were there early on. My sister, Ava, was always the star. Medals pinned to her chest, certificates displayed proudly, her name celebrated at family gatherings. She excelled academically, mastered the violin, and led the debate team. She was their pride and joy. I was the reserved one, lost in books, earning steady B's with the occasional A, scribbling poems in my science notes. I didn't shine in their eyes, not the way they wanted. Our parents never explicitly called her their favorite, but their actions spoke louder than words. When high school ended, we both applied to our dream university, a place we'd fantasized about since childhood. Ava chose international relations. I picked creative writing. I still recall the moment our acceptance letters arrived. We tore them open together at the dining table, squealing with joy and embracing like nothing could divide us. That joy faded within days. Mom called me to the living room holding a file, her face soft but heavy. "Lily," she said carefully, "your father and I had to choose." That tone was familiar. The same one she used when she explained why my pet rabbit had to be rehomed. "We're covering Ava's tuition fully, housing, textbooks, everything." I stared, waiting. "And me?" Her gaze dropped to the file. "We can't afford both. Ava's program is more prestigious. She's destined for greatness. You can apply for scholarships, loans. You're capable. You'll manage." I sat speechless as her words sank in. "She's earned it," she added, as if that justified it all. "She deserves it." That phrase haunted me for years. She deserved it. I didn't. That first semester nearly crushed me. Ava settled into a shiny new dorm with a sleek mini-fridge and regular cash transfers from Dad. I squeezed into a sweltering shared room with strangers, no air conditioning. I worked mornings at the campus cafe and evenings shelving books at the library. I couldn't afford a dining plan, surviving on instant noodles and leftover muffins from campus events. Once, Ava offered to share her meal card, but after Mom found out, she warned, "Don't let Lily pressure you into sharing what we provided. She needs to stand on her own." That stung. Stand on my own. I'd been doing that since I was a teenager. Over time, Ava and I drifted apart. Not enemies, just strangers sharing a past. She joined a sorority and spent a semester in Paris. I stayed behind, buried in work and studies, quietly building a GPA I could take pride in. We didn't argue, but I saw the sympathy in her eyes when I couldn't afford to join her for outings. "You're so resilient, Lily," she'd say, as if I'd chosen this path. No one ever checked if I was okay. Not once. Then came graduation. We were both excelling in our final semester. I'd earned a 3.9 GPA and was chosen to speak at the literature department's ceremony. Ava was graduating with honors in 2 majors. Our parents were overjoyed. For her. They called constantly to discuss her gown, her speech, her future. My speech? When I mentioned it, Mom said, "Oh, you're speaking too?" As if my achievements were an afterthought. I didn't argue or protest. I just smiled. But something shifted inside me. I'd spent years proving myself while they poured everything into someone they deemed more worthy. I was about to walk the same stage with the same degree, but a vastly different story. So I made a choice, not for spite, but for my own dignity. Graduation day arrived, the auditorium buzzing with families, caps dotting the crowd like stars. I stood beside Ava, both of us in our robes. Her smile glowed. I was proud of her, genuinely, but I'd earned my place too. When my name was called to speak, the room hushed. I stepped to the podium, holding my speech, but it wasn't the version I'd submitted. No one had reviewed my final draft. "Good afternoon," I began. "I'm Lily Carter, graduating with a degree in creative writing. Today I want to talk about two paths to success, one paved with support, the other forged through struggle." I spotted my parents in the audience, smiling at first. Some of us stand here because of endless encouragement, paid tuition, and open doors. Others stand here despite being told they weren't worthy of those things.